What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now today we had a special request from the homie Raven to put on the XM4 assault rifle in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to be playing Armada 12v12, playing some domination, donating that homemade honey barbecue sauce with the XM4 assault rifle. It's a pretty good gun, I'm not going to lie. XM4 is like one of those rifles that are all around good, but it's not absolutely insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like the MV4 from Infinite Warfare, or another rifle that you guys could probably think of from past Call of Duty games, where it's like the base version of an AR that can always be used, but there's always going to be guns out there that are a little bit better, like the QBZ, for example, or the FFAR before it got nerfed. Things like that will, kind of outshine the XM4. But if you put in the time, the work, and the effort into learning how this weapon works, you could dominate any range that you could possibly think of. Close range, long range, medium range. The rifle's just completely broken. You just got to rank it up, get some attachments, and make it turn into your personal favorite gun. But as a content creator, I put a lot of time into Call of Duty. As you guys know, I run a Call of Duty channel, so I play a lot of Call of Duty. That's just what you got to do in order to get inspiration for these types of commentaries and topics. At least that's how I get inspiration. Like I said in some other commentaries in the past, is people like Blame Truth, who don't really need to play the game to get that much inspiration. They're just naturally good at it. But for me personally, in order to make a rant or in order to make a positive commentary or anything, I have to go ahead and play the game for myself. I have to put in tons of hours, I have to grind it out, and then I get the passion to make commentaries. And recently, I've been grinding the living hell out of Black Ops Cold War, and I've noticed that, honestly, it's a pretty dead game. I'm not going to lie to you. And it seems like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is suffering from a very early death, much earlier than past Call of Duty titles. I mean, I can't even find a simple 12v12 match. I'm being dead honest with you guys. I'll sit there for a good 5 minutes, and I'll only find 5 people to lob me up with, and they're all level 100s. Now, this could be potentially because of skill-based matchmaking, which we've talked about in the past, and, it's trying to lobby me up with people who have the same skill as me. So it's only going to put me up against, like, level 100s or level 80s and stuff like that. And since, it's 12v12, maybe it was late or something, I don't know. It couldn't find anybody else. It couldn't find any, actual skilled players, so it just didn't put me in a lobby. It just made me sit there for ages until it found more people who had the same skill level as me, instead of just partying me up with noobs. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's because the game is slowly dying. I mean, come on now. 12v12, probably the most casual playlist out of all the three, between 6v6, 12v12, and Dirty Bomb. I would have to say 12v12 is probably the most casual playlist to play in. It's just interesting to me that I wasn't able to find any lobbies. Now, it didn't really hit me at first that was a dead game. I was thinking that maybe it was just a rough night, until I logged on the next night as well, and the same thing was occurring. I would find like 5-6 players, and I'll sit there for 10 minutes not finding anything, and eventually at a certain point it'll finally lobby me up with a bunch of random players, but it takes forever to matchmake in this video game. And I was getting a little bit more suspicious as the days go on, because day after day after day I was running into the same issue, where I couldn't find any lobbies. And then comes out this tweet from Charlie Intel stating that Activision, actually for this Black Friday, which they always do, have not discounted any of the Call of Duty video games. Interesting. So basically what this means to me is that Black Ops Cold War is a complete failure. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I do apologize if I made you angry from that statement. By all means, if you enjoy the game, then you enjoy the game. But just because you enjoy a game doesn't mean it's not a failure. I enjoyed Call of Duty Ghost, but the whole community considers that game a failure. I enjoyed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but the whole community considers that game a failure. You know what I'm saying? Just because you enjoy something doesn't mean it's an outstanding video game to the whole crowd. And it's starting to make sense because all this time that I was thinking skill-based matchmaking not putting me into games is truly just because it can't find any players to put me up against. Something that you never want to combine in a million years is a dead title plus thick skill-based matchmaking. Because not only is it nobody to find in the video game, but it's also trying to make me compete to my top tier level, so it's constantly trying to find the best players. So even if it is low tier players, they're going to make me wait and wait and wait for ages just to force me into a lobby with my tier players, instead of just partying me up with the smaller tier players, just because they can't find anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst combination in the world. I would have never thought that a video game that's so brand new would die so early from the Call of Duty franchise. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, JB, how in God's name do you think that this game is dead based off of Activision not putting it on sale? Doesn't it just mean that it's doing great and they're just trying to sell more copies? No, actually. To be honest, if the game was doing great, they wouldn't have a problem putting it on sale to try to get some more numbers. The fact the game isn't on sale just proves to me that they're struggling right now and they're trying to get the most out of their buck. Especially during a pandemic, you would think that if a company wants to be nice enough, and if they want to prove to their customers that they care about them, especially since there's tons of people who are out of work and can't afford a bunch of full-priced video games, you would think, especially if they want to compete against other titles out there, that they want to lower the price, allow the customers to actually get a chance to purchase this video game and have a chance at playing it. But I mean, I even posted a video a while ago of proof that the sales prices in the UK right now are down 16% compared to the previous game, Modern Warfare. So right now, especially around holiday season, they're just trying to get their money. They're trying to get their money back from this investment that they put into Black Ops Cold War right now. And putting the game on sale is not going to make them any cash at all. I mean, just look at these user reviews that the homie Opulent Gaming actually showed me over on Twitter. And if you guys haven't followed me over on Twitter, make sure you do so. The link to that is in the description. I got all the sauce over there for you guys. But even the user scores from people who are just reviewing it themselves, not any big name companies, just the people themselves, is pretty bad so far for Black Ops Cold War. Tons of 1-star reviews, which is definitely not good, because if you're going to Google up, or if any parent for their kid is going to look up, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War review, or if anybody just wants to buy the game for themselves in general and looks up Black Ops Cold War review, that's the first thing they're going to see. If they don't search it up on YouTube, if they don't search it up on anything else, if they just go strictly on Google or something like that, type that in, they're going to see this review. And it's going to be really rough for them, because they're going to see that has tons of 1-star reviews. Why would they purchase this game when they just look at the previous game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which has much better reviews, looks like a better game, has more content than this game, and it has better reviews? They're going to go ahead and purchase Modern Warfare. So far, Black Ops Cold War is looking bad when it comes to Activision, especially for the people who are investing in Activision as well. If they're looking at Black Ops Cold War and they're looking at the prices and the sales for this game, they're not going to be pretty impressed, because it's a downgrade, and you never want to downgrade. You always want improvements when it comes to money. And if any type of downgrade happens, they're going to look deep into it. And I'm telling you, this game is not going to be looking good. It might go on sale after the holidays, probably. But I mean, this is just proof that during the Black Friday sales, they're not even going to take a chance of skipping out on the full $60. Not even on the past Call of Duty games. I think it's for literally every single Call of Duty game you could possibly think of. Even the old school ones like Call of Duty 4 or World at War or games like that. Apparently, they are all pretty much the same price as they always been. No downgrades, which is insane, because, like I said, even more proof that Black Ops Cold War was just a massive flop for Activision, and they're trying to make their money back, so even the old school games have to go full price just so they can get all the money that they lost out on with this video game. Now, will this ever change? I think in the future it could possibly change. With more content, better performance and stuff like that, it could potentially become a better video game. But I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Even though I didn't enjoy Modern Warfare, it was just a smoother game. Much smoother game, and at its current state, it has way more content. And Black Ops Cold War will get to that point. Trust me, it will. But this new drip feed content system that they have coming out for this game, it's good and it's bad. It's good because it's free content. We don't have to pay for map packs anymore, and basically the only things that you put money into are the battle pass and cosmetics. Everything else like weapons and maps are free for everybody to play with, so there's no division in the community. But then the bad side of this is that we begin the game with no content. They take everything out of the game, and the same thing happened in Modern Warfare, where they take everything out and they slowly give it to you over the course of the next year. So yes, Black Ops Cold War will get to that point, but I don't think it's going to sell as much as Modern Warfare, because it's just simply not a superior game. Not enough content, the performance is really rough and bad, and especially with the pandemic going on, it's going to take a while for this game to get polished off. I don't think they'll have enough time to make sure this game is perfect. But guys, I'm just going to be honest. This game, I think it's just completely dead. It's sad. I really do see the potential in this title. It does have something there. It just simply doesn't play like a Treyarch game, in my personal opinion. It feels like almost like a downgrade from BO4. BO4 was a smoother game, more visually appealing video game. It was just nice, and even though this game doesn't really take after the BO4 graphics, I do like the realism. Don't get me wrong, that's why I love about Infinity Ward games so much. But holy crap, the visibility is just awful. And if I need, the very bright and vibrant colors just to see enemies, then by all means, give me the bright and vibrant colors when Treyarch comes out with their video games. And I'll just keep the realism for Infinity Ward games, because apparently they know how to do realism and allow visibility at the same time compared to Treyarch. I don't know what's going on this year. Like I just said, it feels like a Sledgehammer game. The graphics are very dull. Even when it comes to realism, it's just not completely there. It just seems a little basic when it comes to the color schemes. The gameplay is very clunky. It just doesn't feel smooth like a Black Ops title. From Treyarch, Black Ops 4 was smoother. It was more fluent. The gunplay was more better with 150 HP. This game is just... it's just not there. It's simply not there. I feel bad for Treyarch, man. They got forced onto this title, and they had to try their best to fix it up. And they did what they could do, but I just think it's a lost cause when it comes to a video game, and it's going to have a very, not even slow death, a very fast death, because it seems like it's already dying out as we speak. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live stream some video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.